Diary of Fred G. Klerokoper. Dog sled trip from Barrow to Demarcation Point, April 1937, by the North Slope Borough Commission on History and Culture. April 7, 1937. The day was cloudy and overcast with wind and snow flurries. We were driving 15 dogs and carrying about 200 pounds of food, dog feed, and duffel. Vincent Nariak was the driver. Nan, my wife, rode with us to the edge of the lagoon. The dogs settled down from our initial eager start to that steady dog trot which they can keep up all day. Someone had given me a pair of wooden Eskimo snow glasses for the trip. The farther east we got, the more rifts we found in the overcast and the sun came through. Vincent told me his wife is expecting a child, and because Hester has none, she will give the child to Hester to raise. This is part of the extended family custom among the Inuit. After several hours, we stopped for lunch. The dogs have been making good time. We light the Primus stove and have hot soup, coffee, and donuts, which Nan made for the trip. The dogs have their lunch of seal meat and blubber. Vincent tells me about the whaling in and around Barrow, adding he has shot several himself. He is an expert hunter. He also tells of being on the mystery ship, the Bechimo, lifted up on an ice island and now floating in the Arctic ice pack. Vincent has been on it when he passed Barrow. He said he looked for the cash box, but he couldn't find it. We passed the pontoons of the Post Rogers plane, and in the distance on the flat landscape they looked as big as a house. We crossed East Inlet and Point Tangent and find the remains of several old houses, which we were not able to identify. Vincent had heard about people living here. The snow is starting to blow and the sea ice gives all the surrounding an added feeling of frigidity. We finally see Roar Amarok's house in the distance. Hester and Titus with Roy's family are waiting to welcome us. A more friendlier welcome I have never received. It means much coming off the trail. Every available space is being used. Woolen socks, a dog harness, a lantern, my parka and other clothing. And at the time I carried a cot, which later I learned to do without and sleep on caribou skins. My duffel bag, briefcase, a foot-high table, mittens, binocular case, sleeping bags of deerskin and caribou, a hand-crank sewing machine, a bunk for sleeping, a cook stove, 5-gallon tin Coleman camp stove, a sack of flour, boots, liners, skins suspended from the ceiling, the necessary pot for the baby were the other accoutrements. The interior is made of driftwood. Vincent is busy in the center of this room fixing the tent poles we carry, but the crowded condition of the room in no way inhibits the friendliness and warmth of this home.